What's up guys, Simon here with Tech Visibility. Today I am going to go ahead and do an unboxing and review on the TOZO NC7s. That's right, I just did a review on the NC2s by TOZO, and we are going to go ahead and compare the two, let you know which ones I prefer after listening to them and doing a few phone calls, as well as go over some of the specs and the quality of each build. So we'll compare them, see which is bigger, smaller, weighs more, and which is worth your $50. So before I get into this video, I always ask or remind you guys, the biggest favor you could do for us is hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. As always, we appreciate it. Also check out techvisibility.com for the latest product news and reviews, and let's get into removing the shrink wrap, which is the best part of these unboxing videos, to see what's inside, and I'll give you my first impression. Let's get it. So the boxes between the NC2s and the NC9s are very similar. In fact, this is a little more narrow and this one is obviously a little bit smaller. So I'm expecting some size differences. I got my sharp shrink wrap cutter here. That thing is lethal, so we will put that away, but this is the best part. And the shrink wrap comes out like so. So we'll get that knife out of here. All right, just like the NC2s, the NC7s also slide out. And if you haven't seen the NC2 video, there will be a link on the channel, but they're pretty similar. And you can tell by just the size differences. These are the NC7s. NC2s, NC7s. They are tiny in comparison to the NC2s. Holy moly, it looks like half, just thicker. NC7's first impression's really good. Let's focus on this product and we'll come back to comparing sizes in a bit. So I have the NC2s here. The ear cups in shipping, oh my god, they got all loose here. As you can see, they're all over the place, so you would have to mix and match, but they do give you 5 different ear tips. 5 or 6? 5. Yep, 5. And then inside is just going to be your USB-C, most likely to USB. So let's take a look at that as well. That's right, so USB-C to USB, and that's all that comes inside this box. So we're going to put that away, as we don't need it, as we have plenty of cables for charging. I'm going to go ahead and put the ear tips back. I'm going to play the standard ear tips and just review the case. So let's start reviewing the case, and we have to obviously pop out NC7s, okay? So we're going to review the case. The case is tiny, guys. I mean, it's so tiny. They pop in like so for charging. There's an external microphone, it looks like, right here, but the case is just so small with the battery indicator. Let's do some comparisons with cases. We're going to go ahead and grab the NC2 and put it right next to it. We're going to go ahead and grab second generation AirPods, and we're going to grab the Beats Fit Pro. So you can kind of see where in line the NC7 stand in comparison to pretty much a lot of the different most popular products that we see on the market today. With the NC2s, the case is rather big in comparison. In fact, if we just are choosing between the two, you could see the difference in size. They are almost double the material, definitely taller by a cover, I should say, and then almost the same thickness, but not as much. But overall, if you're looking for something to carry, I think the NC7s are better. In terms of sound quality, here comes the best part. I've tested the NC2s. I love the sound, I love the noise canceling, I love the transparency. They sounded great for $50. In fact, I preferred them over the NC9s. Will the NC7s be better than both? So the difference between the NC7s and the NC2s, for example, in terms of the style of the buds, you are looking at a completely different setup in terms of the different buds. So here you got AirPod-like earbuds, and here you have this big earbud with not much of a stem piece. And it looks like the microphone here and possibly another microphone somewhere here. They are in pairing mode, and that's how you see it based on the shining of the blue and red. And we're gonna go ahead and pop in and test out the NC7s. I also want to weigh them just for you guys. So we're gonna go ahead, use my trusty scale. We're first gonna weigh the NC2s. Those are 48 grams, 48.4, and then the NC7s, 42. So these weigh less and they're smaller. So 48 grams versus 42 grams. All right, so let's test the NC7s and see what we get in terms of quality. Of course, first we have to pair them. We're gonna connect to them. We're connected. We were just connected to the tooth. We're gonna do a comparison here. They go in like so, good fit. And these do have the sensor for autoplay, and they detect when I'm talking, so that's when they go into transparency. I'm playing a rap song, guys. The sound quality is really good. I'm having a little hard time keeping them in my ear, so I'm gonna pump it back in and play it. Now they're in transparency, now they're off transparency, so the noise canceling is on. You got a lot of bass here, okay? If you want bass, these are great. They don't fit in my ears great, as I would say the NC2s did. However, they're pretty good. And in terms of quality, the sound is incredible. I think TOZO is a top of the line product for earbuds. I have not had many complaints about TOZOs except for maybe one of their products, which I reviewed on the channel as well. So very impressed with these. The mids are good. The lows are pretty good. Really good bass. Not as good as the NC2s in my opinion. I thought they had better or more robust bass. The highs are good. I mean, the rap song is very clear, and I wanted to test the bass, therefore I played rap music. Let me go into some things I like about them and some things I don't like really quick. It seems like my left ear tip is falling out and I would have to adjust it. I don't know if it's my ears are a little bit different one than the other. However, the left ear tip seemed to be kind of dragging down, and even though I had it in there pretty well, it was still kind of popping out. And I don't know if I could trust these, say for working out, without really feeling like they're gonna fall out. So that's the issue with them. They're small, they're convenient. I think they're good for walking around, but I would not use them in an active environment. They don't have a wingtip or an over the ear. Okay, sound quality is incredible. Size of the case is great. Let's go over some of the highlights. I mean, for $49, this is a pretty good product. So the first thing, unlike the NC2s, the NC7s are Bluetooth 5.0, with the NC2s are being 5.2. Now that may not mean much. The connection of Bluetooth, I couldn't tell the difference. They're both IPX6 waterproof, which is really good. In fact, I believe the Beats Fit Pro are like IPX4s, and so are the AirPod Pros. So this is a really good waterproof rating, sweat resistant. The problem is I don't know if I could use these in the gym. However, the quality of sound just for every day is incredible. They have in-ear detection using a sensor, so every time I would pull it out, it would pause the music. Every time I would put it in, it would start the music or video. They have immersive sound with deep bass. I completely agree. I thought the bass was a little bit better on the NC2 versus the NC7. It could be because of the way the ear did not hold the earbud in all the way. However, my right ear was a snug fit. It was perfect, and I could still detect the bass, and the noise canceling was really good. I would say the NC7 and NC2 both have great noise canceling, and actually they share the same noise canceling with their Hybrid 3 technology. So what they call active noise cancellation has 3 different components. The outward facing microphone, which is right here, detects outside noise and is the first to cancel that noise. The inward facing microphone inside the ear canal detects the second layer of noise and further noise cancels your active noise canceling. And then 3, obviously the ear tips, which are the most important, prevent up to 90% of noise canceling in the earbud themselves, and that's the same technology as the NC2s. And with transparency mode, you could hear everything around you. So if you're at an airport, you could hear that your gate is being called, and you could talk to someone without sounding muzzled. Both the NC7s and the NC2s have that option, and the transparency mode we need to test on a phone call here. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop these in really quick and do that. And they quickly say connected, and they play a really interesting sound. I'm gonna go ahead and place a phone call right now. And while I do that, if you have these, comment below. Let me know what you think of these NC7s, or even if you have the NC2s or any other TOZO product, and give me your honest feedback on it. Again, we don't get paid to do these reviews. These were purchased by us to do a review that's honest for you. Okay, so I'm calling our office. Hey Yuri, what's up?
Hey, Simon.
Just testing now the NC7s. So far impressed. The tips themselves are pretty good.
Yeah.
I think I need to adjust the tip on one of these to get a better fit, as my ears are deformed, I guess. How do I sound?
All right, you sound good. You sound good.
Okay, good, good. Well, you sound really clear. The transparency mode is obviously working. I don't sound too nasally. I'm getting a good noise canceling, yet I feel like the call is great.
You sound very clear.
Cool. Well, thanks for picking up as always, and I'll catch you here in the next video. Keep your phone on you.
All
right, thanks. Bye.
Have a good day. Bye.
Okay, so that was that. The call went great. I actually liked the call. I'm surprised the call quality was as good as it is, considering the rubber tips. The transparency mode is definitely working. I don't feel like this product is not a product I can't make phone calls with. I would just adjust the ear tip from my liking, and this is probably the first time I've actually had the left ear and the right ear completely same ear tip, but one is not conforming to the ear as much as I like, so I'll change that and adjust it. Overall, the sound quality was good, and when I say that the ear tip did not fit, it did not hinder my quality of listening or the phone call. It just felt like it could fall out. So because I wasn't moving here or not doing an active thing or sport, I was able to maintain it in my ear. However, I bet if I started shrugging my head back and forth, the ear tip or the earbud would come out, and that's why I think I need a much better fit ear tip to get that better fit in the earbud themselves. So as mentioned, this has dual microphones. That's the microphone that's on the external, and then the internal for the noise canceling. And the high precision contact sensor knows when you're taking it outside the ear and putting it inside for pause and play. Here's the highlight of the NC7s versus the NC2s. A charge can give you up to 10.5 hours of listening time, and the same total of 32 hours on the case, or with the case I should say, according to TOZO. To fully charge the case only takes 1.8 hours via the USB-C provided with a fast charge, or a wireless charge, which these enable, would take up to 2.5 hours. That's pretty good for a case. I like the fact that both of them have wireless charging, and I love the fact that this case is much slimmer, and we kind of compared it to the NC2s. I probably would go with the NC7s, believe it or not. I like the fact that they're smaller. I do want to make sure they fit great. If I was going for maybe a more sporty tip that I want to play sports with, I wouldn't go with these. But if I'm just listening to music in class, outside of class, on break, making phone calls, the NC7s are excellent. The link for the product is below, of course. And I hope you enjoyed this review. Again, if you did, the biggest favor you could do for us is hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Also check out techvisibility.com for the latest product news and reviews. And comment below. Let us know what you guys think of the NC7s, what you think of this review. I appreciate it. And then if you have had these, what are your likes and dislikes with these NC7s? For $49.99, this is one hell of an earbud or two. Catch you guys here in the next video.